What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show.
Now, clearly you see the white line that divides the parking spaces. Where do you think this guy is? He's right over the line. This is what I'm dealing with. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Q&A 67 in the middle of Hurricane Joaquin. Joaquin? There used to be a pitcher named Joaquin Phoenix. It might have been Joaquin. Maybe everybody pronounced it wrong. I hope you like the Hurricane Joaquin graphics I have as the thumbnail. And this guy's still parked next to me. So we're gonna get right to the. This is what I had to do. I had to come down to the post office because I had to mail something, and of course, you know, I'm checking for fan mail every day. Got some letters over here, but that's for fan mail. And I actually had to put teeny tiny boats, little rowboats, under each of the tires. And then what I did was I took teeny tiny oars and I put them into the hubcap of the wheels, so that way when the tire spins around, the oar goes around and it paddles me down the river. And you're saying, well, why don't you just drive down the street? Because it's a river now! Who writes this shit? Alright. Brandon Onamino had been meaning to ask me. This is Brandon, we're going back, let's see, this is probably the beginning of the week, last week. Because it's the first question. He wanted to know, we were on Amino, and he says he's been dying to ask me, wanting to ask me forever. Kind of the same thing. How many baseball cards do I have? Now everybody knows I do Baseball Card Tuesday, right? So they're like, oh my god, look at all these cards. Well, Andy Van Slyke, I got out of cards years and years ago, but I kept all my Andy Van Slyke cards, and I just had been building and building, and that was all I bought because, you know, he was my favorite player from back in the day when I actually did cards very avidly. So, you know, we had the TV show about it. I have about 60,000 Andy Van Slyke cards. After that, I wrote the numbers down here because I can't remember, you know, I can't remember crap. I have about 3,000 Yankee cards. Now, what I do is I have a couple of boxes that are labeled like Yankee alumni. Like back in the day, you know, there was Mike Pagliarulo, Dave Righetti, David Cohn played over the years, Paul O'Neill. Everybody knows Paul O'Neill. If it wasn't for Andy Van Slyke, my favorite player would have been, I could have had 60,000 Paul O'Neill cards. Can you imagine that? It probably would have been a lot more because Paul O'Neill played at a time when cards were printed more frequently. And there would have just been like, it could have been like 500,000 Paul O'Neill cards. Anyway, I keep all the players together. Topps does a lot of the old, you know, Hall of Fame players. So I have like my Mantle, Maris, Babe Ruth cards all in the same Yankee paraphernalia. And then my core four players, Jeter, Posada, Pettit, and Mariano Rivera, I have them. Now, that's about 1,000 of the 3,000 are the core four. Everybody else makes up the other 2,000. Then, after that, I have whatever's on the desk that you've seen in the baseball card videos. Like I bust open a box of Topps, Update, box of Bowman. I keep that stuff in piles on the desk so people, you know, I have it readily available when people want to trade. And then that's it. That's all I have. Dakota wants to know, who would win, Duhop versus Sting? You know, I feel that Duhop's hatred for Sting would push him through the end of the match, and I feel he would win. Jeremiah Baez wants to know what's Feisty Pants' favorite wrestler and diva and his favorite Transformers. No lie, Feisty Pants plays more with the Transformers that I paint for him, the custom Transformers. If you put in My Pal Alex Custom, you'll get a list of all the different custom Transformers that I've painted. If you search on YouTube, there's probably 50, if not more. So look on that in your own time, and you know, when you have free time and you're like, hey, you know, I'm not doing anything, look for Custom Alex, My Pal Alex Custom Transformers. And his favorite wrestler, he loves Roman Reigns. No lie, we were watching SmackDown the other night, and I said, my boy, Roman Reigns is in the main event. And he's like, he dropped what he was doing. He is? When Money in the Bank, you know, back when Bray Wyatt started all this nonsense, Roman Reigns was up on the ladder, and we were like, yes! And then, you know, he loves the ladders and chairs, people going through them. It's, you know, it's a boys will love destruction kind of thing. I love it too. And his favorite diva, he didn't really say who his favorite diva was. He just likes when the divas wrestle. Roger wants to know, do I like Pepsi? And do I know any superstars in 2005? Roger, you know, I should have asked, dude, I don't know what you mean, by do I know any superstars in 2005? And I should have asked you for a little clarity, because I don't know what that means. I was watching wrestling in 2005, so I know, you know, if you give me some names, I could say, yeah, I remember that guy, or I remember that guy. And if I like Pepsi, are you kidding? This is what I want you to do. I want you to do a little bit of homework. I want you to go watch, I want the custom videos or anything where I shoot on the desk, like the Lego videos, anything Lego, anything custom action figure. There is a can of a beverage on the desk in the background. Odds are that is the answer to your question. Everybody else knows. Jesus Christ. Ray Sadira wants to know, are you watching Tough Enough Tough Enough Season 5, and what's the worst gimmick? Was that the one that just went by with Sarah Lee and Josh winning? Or was that the one before? I don't know. I can't keep track. But the worst gimmick I thought was, you know, like when ZZ was talking about being the Gator King or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, he could wear like a totally dead gator, and then he came out, and I'm like, it was rough. Chloe, my friend, Chloe wants to know, do you text fast or slow? How often do you smoke? And what kind of alcohol drink do you like? I text pretty fast. I have what's called Swipe. Well, I used to have it on the Droid. On the what do I have here? The iPhone. On the iPhone, it's called Swift Key. I can't say it in one try. Swift Key. S-I-S. Oh, it's not even S-I. It's S-W-I-F-T Key, and it's the equivalent of Swipe back on the Droid. It doesn't work as well as the Droid did. But I do text pretty fast. I just like Zorro. I don't smoke anything at all. I never did. I had a lot of friends that did, and I was like, wow, I am not participating in that. And so I never got into it. And an alcoholic drink that I like, you know, I don't go out to the bars so much. But I think the last time I went out, I used to drink screwdrivers way back in the day. It's just vodka and orange juice, and if you mix it right, you don't taste the vodka at all. And then, like, after 5 of them, you're like, oh yeah, give me another. It's pretty great. But then, you know, then it hits you and you know your limit. I never got careless and blacked out. That would be careless and unprofessional, to quote Grime. TNT Creeper wants to know if I like Finn Balor. Yes, I think he's pretty cool. Maxine Caulfield wants to know, do I like photography? I actually don't like photography. I love it. I do. You should see some of the Instagram things that I actually post on Instagram when it's not like a funny meme or like a funny this or a funny that. It's actually like solid photography. I've been trying to, you know, I work a lot. I'm running around with Feisty Pants, and I do the web show every day, so it's hard to just break down and find 5 minutes to take a photograph or something. But I love doing puzzles of like great scenery. I like I once tried to take photos to send to a puzzle company to make them into a puzzle, and you know, it didn't work out. But I do. I love photography. Absolutely love it. Adam 8000, my prediction for Stardust to end and go back to Cody Rhodes? Never! He's very successful as Stardust. I don't think he's going to end that anytime soon. And do you think Legacy might have their tag team again? No! Because Ted DiBiase Jr. is a scrub. No, I'm sure he's a nice guy. But he's not wrestling, and he's not coming back to wrestling anytime soon. And Randy Orton is, you know, on to better things, and Cody Rhodes is well established. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Cody Rhodes, actually, you know, is running with the Ascension now. And if you look back, it's the same thing his father did when he ran around with the Road Warriors. It's like if you put the two pictures together, it's like, I'm looking at the same picture. Enrique, how long have you been doing YouTube? About a year and a half. You know, I had been doing it with Grim prior to my own year and a half for a couple of years, so I don't know, however long Grim's show is going, like going on 5 years, but then the last year and a half has been my own show. Michael H., what's my favorite wrestling movie? And what tag team would you love to see? Oh, like, that isn't really a tag team. Like when Macho Man and Hulk Hogan were, like, separate, you know, established single competitors, and then they're like, the Mega Powers, right? I don't know, you know, I don't know, I like everybody. I don't, you know, everybody's a tag team these days. Now, hold on, player. I think we're going to have ourselves a tag team match. You know what I mean? Teddy Long needs to still have a job because they're still doing everything that he did. But my favorite wrestling movie? You know what? The Wrestler was really good because it's not all glamour in the life of a wrestler, and it really shows, you know, the guy's downside of his life. Plus, shit, what the hell is her name? Plus, Marissa Tomei is naked in it. 2 thumbs up, Siskel and Ebert. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, The Wrestler. It actually, I think it won an award that year. AFL Football wants to know, what do I think of MJ Appleballs? It's a gimmick, and apparently other people have been doing it. You know, it's like a mask, and it depends who's behind the mask. When it was the Ninja Twins, you know, we were just looking for a little spotlight, a little more airtime than Grim usually has been giving us. But when out of nowhere came Jamie wearing it, and we're like, whoa, we're not with Jamie. Punch him down. But you know, it's a clever gimmick, I guess. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. Brandon Sadowski wants to know, have I ever met a famous person? Yes, I have. And Brandon on Twitter wants to know, what's my favorite match at Night of Champions? You know, I was kind of hoping the Divas match was going to be really, really good. It wasn't as great because it looked like Charlotte they just worked the injury through the whole match, and then like all of a sudden Charlotte spears Nikki off the ropes, and it's like, oh, well, why are they hobbling around the whole match, you know? I don't know. I don't know if there was one great match that I liked the most out of it. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I don't know if I have a favorite pick. And my favorite chips, I love Doritos. I love, oh, you know what I like? Restaurant style Tostitos. Yes, sir. I could eat like a whole bowl of those. All right, so that's all the questions for this week. Hope everybody got them in there. If you don't get them in there, this is what you do. Leave me a comment in the YouTube comments. Write your question right there. If you want to tweet me a question, you can. If you want to Instagram me a question, you can. If you want to leave a question somewhere in Amino, that I'll find it and I'll answer it. Just like that. I write them all down, and you know, the next one would be 68, and then I answer all the questions every Sunday. And if you have fan mail, send it to Alex's Toy Show, P.O. Box 13, Bayville, New Jersey, 08721. If you have comments, what I also do with fan mail is I read all the awesome comments you guys leave me all week long on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Amino. And then, you know, if you actually have stuff, this is where you send it. EverQuest, I play all day long. It's like my favorite game. And I stream my sessions on Twitch. You can find me at MyPalAlex on Twitch, and you can watch the game and see what I do. On Amino, I just picked up the Pokemon Amino, and I have these others here: Minecraft, wrestling, movies, Star Wars, toys, MMO. Instagram, that's my Instagram right there. Lego Ideas is a kind of quiet site, but I'm on there. And then the show. I'm at MyPalAlex on Twitter, and I put that in the description of all my episodes. Sunday we do Q&A, and when there's a pay-per-view, we do pay-per-view predictions. Monday we do toy hunting in the aisles and the stores with Feisty Pants, and sometimes we just do the haul that we get afterwards. Tuesday is Baseball Card Tuesday. Wednesday, Feisty Pants does Minecraft. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we leave it open for everything else that we do, and other fun stuff, and fan mail we usually do on Fridays. And that's it, folks. Like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more, and stay dry during this Hurricane Joaquin Phoenix.